हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। That point of yours is valid. I had married Alicia after much thought. I loved her, was madly in love with her. I liked everything about her. But look, she left me and didn't even look back at her child. She doesn't even know if he's alive or dead. Jay's experience of marrying Alicia was very bad. They were together for almost a year, and that 1 year was like hell for both of them. Alicia was a model. She was the daughter of British parents. Adjusting with an Indian boy was very difficult for her, whereas Jairaj fell head over heels for Alicia at first sight. He sent her many gifts to win her over. He tried to win her in every way and soon proposed marriage. After marriage, she didn't want to stay in India because her career was abroad. Jairaj loved his work very much. He would forget everything immersed in his work. The attraction between Alicia and Jay soon turned into anger and fights. Alicia wanted her freedom, while Jay wanted to focus on his work. A month after the marriage, Alicia found out she was pregnant. She wanted to get an abortion, but Jay wanted the child. One day, she and Jay had a terrible fight. She said, "When the baby is about to be born, I will message you. You come and take him. I don't want any relationship with him." She had asked Jay for a divorce. Jairaj had agreed to divorce her only on one condition, that she hand over their child to him. Jay brought Yug as soon as he was born. Jay got his child. Alicia got the divorce and money. After that, Alicia and Jay never met again. The next morning, both the Gupta family and the Singhania family were very busy. The wedding was first to be in court, and then their wedding rituals were to take place at the Singhania house. Jairaj said to his mother, "If the wedding is happening in court, then what's the need for rituals at home?" But his parents did not agree with him. Janvi went to the parlor early in the morning, and her two friends were with her. Not many people were coming to the wedding, especially at the court. Only family members were present. Janvi had reached the court with her grandfather and friends, while Somnath Gupta came behind them with his daughters and wife. Before they arrived, Rajan Singhania and his wife Jaya were present with their two younger sons and daughter-in-law, while Jairaj had not yet arrived. As soon as Janvi got out of the car, Jaya and Rajan came out themselves. "Come, daughter." Jaya started helping her get out of the car. Behind his mother-in-law, Rekha and Mala also arrived. As soon as Janvi got out of the car, Rekha, looking at Janvi, said, "I thought you both would be late, but you arrived. Brother-in-law hasn't arrived yet. Someone call and ask, what if his mind has changed?" Mala said. Rajan and Jaya looked at each other. "You two take Janvi inside," Rajan told them. Preeti and Renuka looked at each other and followed them. Outside the registrar's office, everyone was waiting for Jairaj, but Jay hadn't arrived. On this day, brother-in-law should have come. "The poor girl has come dressed up for him," Rekha started saying. "He will come. What does he have to get ready for? He will come just as he goes to the office," Mala said. "So, will he come straight from the office even today?" Rekha said. "Is she getting married happily? It's a forced marriage. A person marries with great enthusiasm only once. Brother-in-law, he has already done that. Didn't you see when he got married for the first time, how happy he was?" Mala said. They both didn't say anything. They always enjoyed hurting others. They were also angry that Jay was marrying Janvi, leaving his younger sisters. "Samar, you call and ask, where is he?" Rajan told Samar. "I've tried calling many times, but his phone is off," Samar said. "I don't know why brother has turned off his phone." "Then call Mr. Mehta. He will be with him," Rajan said. As soon as Samar called Mr. Mehta, someone there said, "Jairaj Singhania's car has arrived." Janvi sat quietly in a corner with her two friends. She was very nervous because Mala and Rekha were deliberately saying things to her. On the other hand, Tanya and Sonia were happy that Jay hadn't arrived yet. Renuka sat holding Janvi's hand. "You're getting completely cold," Preeti said to Janvi. Janvi glanced at her grandfather. He was sitting on a chair on one side. He looked quite relaxed. Just then, Jay entered, and with him was his son Yug. Everyone's eyes turned to Jairaj Singhania. He was wearing a cream-colored sherwani and Yug was wearing a matching sherwani. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। "You're feeling completely cold," Preeti said to Janvi. Janvi glanced at her grandfather, who was sitting on a chair to one side, looking quite relaxed. Just then, Jay entered with his son Yug. All eyes turned to Jayraj Singhania. He was wearing a cream-colored sherwani and Yug wore a matching one. All eyes were drawn to Jayraj Singhania. He looked incredibly handsome in the cream sherwani. He took off his sunglasses. "Where is my mama?" Yug asked as soon as he entered. "Your mama is over there," Rajan Singhania replied. He let go of Jay's finger and started walking towards a corner, where Janvi was also seated. As Yug approached her, Janvi looked at him with a smile. "Are you Mama?" he asked very affectionately. Janvi smiled and nodded. "Then let's go home," Yug said, taking her hand. "First, we need to get your mama married to your dad," Jaya said with a smile. Everyone in the room was looking at the two of them. "Oh, you're not married yet. All right, then let's get married," he said to Janvi. As soon as Jayraj arrived, he went straight into the registrar's office. Rajan and Jaya began to enter the office with Janvi. Yug held Janvi's finger. Leaving Jay and Janvi aside, Jay's parents and Janvi's grandfather went inside. As soon as the two of them signed, "Congratulations, you are now husband and wife," the marriage registrar said. Jayraj gave a slight smile at his words. He looked at Janvi. She was standing with her gaze lowered. There was no expression on her face. They all came out of the office. The assistant, Mr. Mehta, started distributing sweets to everyone. "Sir, what's the plan for later?" he asked Jay. "I don't know," he replied. "Now we'll take Mama home," Yug interjected. He was afraid Janvi might stay there. At Jay Singhania's house, arrangements had been made for their wedding ceremony, with a few guests invited. The media had been kept completely away. As they came out of the office onto the street, "Grandma Mama, now you'll go home with my dad," Yog said. "Yes, dear, yes," Jaya replied. Renuka and Preeti were both with Janvi. "Who are you two? Why are you with my mama?" Yog said to both of them. "Yes, they are your mama's friends. They are like your aunts," Jaya said with a smile. "What are your names?" Yog asked. Janvi told him softly. While Janvi was talking to Yug, Jay, who was standing a short distance away, was talking to his assistant. He looked towards Janvi and Yug. The two of them were standing next to each other. Both had smiles on their faces. "So, Aunt Preeti and Aunt Renuka, you two will also come with us. We are your mama's best friends, so we should go together. Look, I also have a best friend, but she doesn't come to my house. She just goes home from my school, and I come home." Yug didn't want anyone other than Janvi to accompany them. At his words, Janvi, Renuka and Preeti all laughed. "So, won't you take us with us?" Preeti asked him. Yug looked at Janvi. "Mama, what should we do? Your best friend is saying she'll go with us." "Whatever you like," Janvi said to him with a smile. Preeti and Renuka were laughing. Preeti picked him up. Just then Jaya came towards them. "Your mama and dad still have their wedding ceremony. It's not complete yet. Only the court signing has happened. Now the priest will perform their rituals and after that everyone will go home. If you tell Mama's best friends to leave, Mama will feel bad. Okay, you two can come too, but in the car, only I, Dad and Mama, the three of us will go. You come in another car." Then he ran towards Jayraj. "What, Dad? Shall we go home with Mama now? You can still talk to the uncle." "What's the matter, Yog? Are you in a hurry?" Mr. Mehta asked. "Of course, we found Mama with so much difficulty. Now we're taking her home," Yog said, taking Jay's hand and pulling him along. "Dad, you drive the car. Mama will sit with you and I'll sit between you both, in the back. Just like all children always sit." Yog was talking about Ansh and Nisha because whenever he went out with his parents, they sat like that. "Fulfill your son's wish," Rajan said to Jay. "All right, let's go." Jay's driver parked the car right in front of the office. Jay signaled him with his eyes. He left. Jaya brought Janvi to Jay's car. Renuka and Preeti were also with her. Yog thought that Renuka and Preeti might also sit in the car with them. "You come in another car. I'll ask the driver uncle. He'll bring you." "Okay, we won't come with you. We'll come in another car," Preeti said with a smile. Now, Yug opened the car door and sat in the back seat. Jay started to sit in the driver's seat. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। Jay's driver stopped the car right in front of the office. Jay signaled him with his eyes. He left. Jaya brought Janvi to Jay's car. Renuka and Preeti were also with her. Yug thought that Renuka and Preeti would also sit in the car with them. You all can come in the other car. I'll ask the driver uncle. He'll pick you up. Okay, we won't come with you. We'll come in the other car, Preeti said with a smile. Now, Yug opened the car door and sat in the back seat. Jay sat in the driving seat. Janvi had already sat in the car. Jay also sat in the car. Yug was sitting in the back. Jaya and Rajan left for home after helping Janvi get into the car. They took their 2 younger daughters-in-law and their 2 sons with them. They wanted the entire family to be present at home for the welcome before Janvi reached her home. Mr. Mehta stopped his car near Renuka and Preeti. You can come this way. Sir has asked me to drop you all. Renuka and Preeti looked at each other and started getting into the car. I am not your driver. One girl will have to sit in the front, Mr. Mehta said, looking at both of them. Renuka had already sat in the back of the car. Preeti was still standing. She came forward and sat in the front of the car. Somnath Gupta's family was in one car and they had also moved ahead, leaving Jay and Janvi's car behind. Now, Mr. Mehta and Jay's car were there. They were both moving one after the other. While driving, Jay glanced at Janvi, who was looking outside. Mama, I have told all my friends that my mama is coming. She will always be with us, Yug blurted out as soon as he sat down. At Yug's words, Janvi looked back at him and smiled. Then, your friends didn't come today, Janvi said. Absolutely. I wanted to invite everyone, but Grandma didn't let me call anyone. I want to party with all my friends. I'm thinking of inviting everyone home one day. Okay, Dad, okay. As my prince likes, Jay told him. Mama, you will always be with us now. Janvi didn't reply. Jay looked at Janvi. Her face looked strange. Her hand was on her head. Are you okay? Jay asked, slowing down the car. You will stop the car, Janvi said with difficulty. Jay suddenly stopped the car. Janvi opened her side door and leaned out. She tried to breathe, but she felt nauseous. She felt like vomiting. By then, Jay had also gotten out and come to her. He held Janvi by her shoulders. Yellow water-like vomit came out of Janvi. She then put her face back inside. Are you okay? Jay asked. He handed his handkerchief to Janvi. Taking the handkerchief, she started cleaning her mouth. Jay reached out, took off the nose ring she was wearing, took out a water bottle from the car door and offered it to Janvi. Janvi was quite surprised by his actions. Seeing their car stopped, Mr. Mehta also stopped his car. Jay's security head also got out of his car. Preeti and Renuka also got out with Mehta. What happened, sir? Mr. Mehta asked. Renuka and Preeti came to Janvi. Do you need medicine? Renuka started asking. Have you eaten anything since morning? Jay, who had now sat inside the car, while Renuka, Preeti and Mr. Mehta stood outside, had signaled his security head from afar. He turned back from there. Have you eaten anything since morning? Jay asked again. No, Janvi said softly. And how many times have you taken medicine? Preeti blurted out. What kind of friends are you? You're giving her medicine. At least ask her to eat something. This happened due to empty stomach and tension. Medicine should never be taken on empty stomach. You two sit in the car. I'll call the doctor. He'll reach home before we do. They both also started going behind Mr. Mehta. Wait, Jay told them. Come in this car. Janvi might need you. They both came into this car. Yug was looking at Janvi worried. What happened to Mama? Jay said, still angry. Since she is my Mama, she will be like me. Yug replied angrily. I am fine, Janvi said looking at Yug. There, Renuka and Preeti looked at each other in surprise, realizing that Jay knew about the medicine. Despite his anger, they could see affection for the two friends. Just then, Mr. Mehta called Jay's phone. Jay, who was driving, had his phone placed on the car stand. He put the phone on speaker. Sir, I have asked the doctor to reach the house. By the time we reach home, he will have arrived before us. Okay. Jay lowered the car windows so that Janvi could get fresh air. Janvi sat with her head bowed On the back seat, her eyes closed. Let me know if you feel like vomiting, Jay said. Preeti, who was sitting behind Janvi, had her hand on Janvi's shoulder. The house was not far. They reached home in a short while. हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। Jay lowered the car windows so Janvi could get some fresh air. Janvi was sitting on the back seat, turned away, her eyes closed. Tell me if you feel like vomiting, Jay said. Preeti, who was sitting behind Janvi, had her hand on Janvi's shoulder. The house wasn't far, they reached home in a short while. Yug was very anxious. He kept asking, Mama, are you okay? All the way. The cars entered a posh area of the city where the Singhania mansion was located. The large gate of the house was already open. A four-storied, grand mansion was visible in front. Words couldn't describe how magnificent it was. Jairaj's car came in, followed by Mr. Mehta's car. The security cars moved past the first gate to the second gate of the Singhania mansion. Jay and Mr. Mehta's car entered through the same gate. Gate number 1 was immediately closed. As the car stopped, Janvi looked outside. Jay got out of his car. Before closing his door, he looked towards Janvi. Are you all right? Yes, Janvi replied softly. We have reached home. The doctor must have arrived by now. Seeing their car, Jaya, Rekha and Mala came to the car. What happened, son? It took you guys a little longer. The route wasn't that long, Jaya asked. Janvi's health had deteriorated. That's why we had to stop, Jay replied. Why? What happened? Rekha asked this time. Instead of answering, Jay walked away. Rekha and Mala opened Janvi's door. By then, Tanya and Sonia had also arrived. Come downstairs, they said. Preeti, Renuka and Yug all got out of the back seat. You two were also with them. Mala looked at Renuka and Preeti in surprise. Anyway, Jetji doesn't let anyone sit with him. Just then, a woman wearing a sari arrived. Madam is not feeling well. We need to see the doctor first, she said. Let's take her inside first. But she's supposed to be taken inside after the wedding rituals. It's her Griha Pravesh, Rekha said. Yes, I know. That's why I asked for her to be brought to the guest room outside. The doctor is there. Then she looked at Preeti and Renuka. You all come along. Yug held Janvi's finger. The four of them went into the room. Rekha and Mala looked at each other. As Janvi entered the drawing room, the doctor was sitting on the sofa. Jay was with him and Mr. Mehta was also there. Seeing them, Mr. Mehta and Jay both got up and left through another door. The four of them sat on the sofa. Madam, how are you feeling? Janvi said. I feel a bit nauseous, Janvi said. Your blood pressure is also slightly elevated. This has happened due to wedding stress. It's nothing serious. Take the medicine after eating something and you'll feel better, the doctor said. Meanwhile, a woman arrived with a tray in her hand. It had juice and sandwiches. Are you bringing this for Mama? Yug asked her, sitting on the sofa. Savitri smiled and nodded. Yug picked up her glass. Mama, you finish this. Janvi took the juice glass from his hand and started drinking. After that, she ate the sandwich and then took the medicine. Preeti's attention was on Jairaj, who was standing near the other door of the drawing room, talking on the phone, but he was looking at Janvi. The doctor left after giving the medicine, and Jay also walked out of the room. Son, the wedding rituals are in a little while, Jaya said. Arriving there, Yug was sitting close to Janvi. As soon as they were alone, Preeti started. We were just getting nervous. Jiju really likes Janvi. Renuka and Janvi looked at her upon hearing this. I think you have lost your mind, Renuka replied. Don't you see how much he cares? He was standing there. He left as soon as the doctor did. He was so worried that Janvi hadn't eaten anything. And that day, we saw it at the hotel. You were downstairs, but Janvi and I were there, Renuka continued. Yes, that's also true. By the way, ask Jay tonight, Preeti said. What? Janvi asked nervously. Yes, when you two are alone. Look, I'm already very nervous. Don't make me more anxious by saying things like this. Just then, Rekha and Mala came in with Savita. Come, madam, you are being waited for, Savita said. Rekha and Mala took Janvi to the lawn outside, where the wedding rituals were to take place. Yug was holding Janvi's hand as they walked. The wedding rituals finished in a short while.
Jay applied sindoor and tied the Mangal Sutra on Janvi. After that, Jay started meeting the few guests who had come. Janvi was made to sit on the sofa there. Everyone was meeting her, but Yug was constantly clinging to her. After eating dinner there, everyone started leaving. Janvi's grandfather also blessed her and left with his family. Preeti and Renuka also left. By evening, everyone had left and Janvi was seated in the inner hall. Now Janvi should be sent to his room, Jaya said. But all the rituals haven't happened yet, Rekha said. She was coming from the kitchen with the mehendi. She was carrying a large vessel. Now our Jethji and Jethani ji will search for the rings in this. Only then will it be known who has the upper hand. She placed the vessel on the table in front of Janvi. Jaya was afraid that Jay might not perform any ritual, so she didn't want to compel him for any ritual. Still she said, Jay, come. However, without replying, he started walking upstairs.
हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। यहाँ हजारों कहानियाँ हैं आपके लिए। She placed the utensils on the table in front of Janvi. Jaya was afraid that Jay would not perform any rituals. Therefore, she did not want to force Jay for anyone's ritual. Still, she said, Jay, come. However, without replying, he started going upstairs. Rekha and Mala smiled at each other. It seems Jethji didn't hear. Mala said, he went upstairs. Is this his first marriage? Mala said, what does he care about these rituals? Anyway, at this age, such things don't look good, do they? There's an age for these things. What are you saying? Jaya said with a little anger. No, Mummy ji, it's true. Didi, you shouldn't say that, Mala said to Rekha. He didn't do anything like that at his wedding. I came to the wedding. I attended that wedding. That's when our marriage took place. She was a foreigner. She wasn't interested in all these things. The wedding was abroad and in a church too. Jethji was very happy. His happiness was worth seeing. Mala and Rekha were deliberately teasing Janvi because Jairaj ran the business. He handled all the business. And they felt that now Janvi would also run the house, which she did not want at all. What do we do with this water? Yug asked. We have to find the ring in it. Whoever finds it first will have their way in everything. Janvi with lowered eyes was looking at the flowers in the water. It was as if she couldn't hear anything. She was telling him about her position in Jay's life and family. Jay ignoring the rituals in front of the whole family. Mama, shall we play a game? Yug said. Janvi looked at Yug and smiled. Let's play. They both started searching for the ring. Janvi also pretended to search and Yug found the ring. Look, Mama, I found it. So now you have to do everything I say. Yug was very happy. Okay, Janvi said, seeing his innocent smile. She truly felt a lot of love for him. He was a child without a mother, and she knew what life was like without a mother. She didn't have either her mother or father. Yug came to them and started smiling. By then, other members of the house had also come and sat there. They also sat there and started smiling. Yug, happily, was telling them about his win. Where is Jay? Rajan asked, looking around. Jethji went upstairs, Mala replied. Rajan started calling Jay. Just then a voice came from behind. Why are you calling me, Dad? Everyone looked towards the stairs from behind. Jay had changed his clothes. He was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. We are waiting for you, Rajan said. Jay went and sat on the sofa next to Janvi. Yug was sitting on one side. What do I have to do? He asked, looking at everyone. What do you have to do? Find the ring. Whoever finds the ring will have their way for their whole life. Rajan laughed. Look, Dad, I won. Now Mama will always have to listen to me. Yug sat holding the ring in his hand. Okay, now I have to beat your Mama too. Then your Mama will have to listen to me. Jay said lovingly. Not at all. My Mama will win and we will defeat you. Okay, Mama. Yug dropped the ring from his hand into the utensil. Janvi was quite surprised by the way Jay was talking. She had not even looked at Jay once, nor did she have any such feelings in her heart. But among all the family members, she no longer felt awkward about her situation. Yug got up from his seat and stood on the other side of the table. Jay and Janvi were sitting on the sofa. At Rekha's suggestion, Jay and Janvi both started searching for the ring in the utensil. Yug also started searching for the ring. Yug found the ring. Mama, you won. He handed the ring to Janvi. Now Dad will have to do everything you say. You've changed sides, Jay said, patting Yug's cheek with a smile. Yug went back and sat next to Janvi. Okay, the rituals are done now. Jay started to get up from there. No, there are still more, Rekha said. Sorry, it's very late and I'm very tired. Yug, go take mom upstairs. Just then Savita arrives. Come madam, I'll take you to your room upstairs. Janvi looked at Jaya. Jaya gestured for her to go with her eyes. They started walking towards the stairs. Wait, go by lift, Jay said in a loud voice. Come madam, the lift is over there. Let's go from there. They started going up by lift. Janvi was truly very tired. She wanted to rest. By lift, the three of them reached the top floor. As soon as Janvi entered the floor from the lift, this floor was truly magnificent. It was very different and modern from the ground floor. Janvi kept looking around. Come this way. This is your room, Savita said.